Purpose.
Hello, welcome to Youth of Purpose, a show that is here to give you an opportunity as a young person to be able to contribute to this country's development. My name is Ivan Tumukonde. Welcome to the show. For the previous 3 weeks, we have been looking at morals, values, and how as young people can empower ourselves by having those core values that define who we are, mainly as Ugandans. That's to look at our tradition, our cultures, and basically that's what we have been looking at. And today we want to continue the same discussion, but focusing on something that is now going to be able to build us and make us better people. And I have a great panel that is going to help us to delve into this discussion and helping us to make sure that we are able to give you a few things of what these young people have gone through, what you can be able to learn from their experiences. Welcome to Youth of Purpose. Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Starting from my far left, Sakisa. Kindly introduce yourself to the viewer.
My name is Sakisa Helena, and I'm a programs lead at Downer Initiative, and I'm also part of the Girl and Mentorship Space that collaborates with the youth. And it's just a very good opportunity to be here and speak about the youth perspective, the self-esteem.
Yeah. Bruce.
Thank you. My name is Bruce Ashtre, a student leader, Chambogo University. I'm actually the guild speaker at Chambogo University. And I'm really passionate about interpersonal skills, whereby, the confidence, self-esteem, and everything connected to that. As a leader, I really look forward to sharing what I have in regards to leadership, of which self-esteem is part. Thank you.
Lamuno.
Thank you so much. Hello, listeners. My name is Lamuno Sharon Brenda. I'm a law student from Uganda Christian University, awaiting graduation. I'm a peace fellow with Refugee Law Project. I'm also part of Girls Mentorship Space. I'm someone passionate about human rights, public litigation, peace building, and girl child education. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Welcome you all to Youth of Purpose. Starting with you, Bruce. Today we're talking about self-esteem. Help us to unpack this topic.
Okay, thank you once more. Self-esteem, in a layman's language, if I may say, it is the way we value or perceive ourselves in the things we do, and then the beliefs, the things we believe in. Yeah, and to add on more, it is a multi-dimension, whereby it has 4 endeavors, and of the 4 endeavors we have conscience. Conscience, we have imaginative thinking. The third one is independent. Independency, where you have the independence part, interdependency, how you relate with all that. And then you have self-awareness, how you perceive yourself, how you take yourself, what you know about yourself, and how you really express it out there. Yes, that is what I can talk about self-esteem. It can be correlated to self-confidence. However much they overlap, they are different, but the kind of overlap, they are somehow related somehow, somewhere. Yes, that's all I can say for that.
Thank you so much, Bruce. Coming to you, Lamuno. Why is it in any way important for any young person out there to have self-esteem?
Thank you so much, Ivan. And thank you for the wonderful topic, because it's something that is really, really lacking of late, that is really affecting us, the young people. I think it is very important to have self-esteem for you to achieve your goal as a person, and for you to help in the development of the society, because you cannot achieve anything without self-esteem. So as a young person or as an elder, we all need self-esteem. Though, as for me, I look at 3 types of self-esteem: the low, the high, and then the healthy one. I always encourage people to have the healthy one, because when you have low, you cannot achieve anything. And when you have high self-esteem, it's again too much, you tend to be superior over others. So you should have a healthy self-esteem that, can balance, that can favor everyone. You cannot feel so inferior, and again, you cannot feel. superior over people. So it is really, really important to have self-esteem, to achieve your goals as a person, and also to contribute towards development in your society, in your country, the whole world, actually. Yeah.
Coming to you, Sakisa.
Yeah.
Why is it important for you to have self-esteem?
To me, I see self-esteem as a driver. It's a driver that gives that needs an engine, and the engine is a person, the person yourself. So you to see that self-esteem is important. We, the youth, to see that self-esteem is important. We have to look at the ways how we can improve self-esteem. Because sincerely speaking, you can never be a Bill Gates if you do not have self-esteem. How? Very many times people have failed. Very many times we the youth have failed. We have gone into very many discussions. We have done very many tasks, but we have failed. But what makes you stand out as a leader, as a youth who's looking at to a big goal of, changing the society, changing the community, is the self-esteem itself. And what are the drivers, or what are the things that make a youth highly self-esteemed? One is you having positive words of positive affirmations. I do that regularly. Like, I wake up, I tell myself, Helena, you enough? Helena, you can do it. Oh, you applied for this, it didn't work. Okay, you can try another leaf. I do that. And also,
have you had low self-esteem at any point?
Yeah. It usually happens. It is, by the way, low self-esteem happens. Not that because it is bad, but it has to happen. Why?
What are some of those things that usually bring about low self-esteem in your own experience?
In my own experience, things that bring about low self-esteem is you not having the knowledge about something. Second, the society one comes from.
You yourself. I want an experience of you yourself.
Yeah.
At any point where you've had low self-esteem, maybe something happened and it made you to believe less of yourself. Just give us an experience.
Okay. I remember there is a time, I think we're going for the United Nations model debate, and you are debating with students who know they are from, well-to-do
first-class schools.
Yes, first-class schools, international schools, where they have the Wi-Fi, they have the mobile phones, they have the laptop, everything. And then it is you who has been in this traditional school that you are not allowed to have a phone.
Wow.
You're not allowed to have access to these computers, and so you can have access to the computers, but you are not majorly like having the enough research.
Yes.
So it happened that I was selected among the people to represent my school in the United Nations model debate, and that was 2019. So it was my first time. I was having to write a resolution. I remember telling one of the people to help me. I remember it is Chiva Jenna. She's Women Affairs of Windsor. I had to sit down with her and I told her, you know what? I do not know how this is going to be like, but give me a broader picture about it. She gives it to me, and I am like, okay, but this seems to be a first-class, high-class debate.
Yes.
And we people...
So the fear of not being good enough.
Yes.
Wow.
The fear of not being good enough, and you not knowing that, you know what, I'm going to win those white children, the Europeans, of course.
Yes.
So I remember I had to call my dad. I told him, you have to even have good outfits.
Wow.
Because you're going to debate with people who are highly dressed, highly. So it happens, we go to the International School of Uganda, and in my school I was the only one that year whose resolution had passed.
Wow.
So I go, it reaches my time to debate, and I was given Jamaica as my country. I had not had done enough research. I remember when they told me that they called out my name, the delegate of Jamaica, come and tell us what your resolution is all about. I began panicking. I remember it was one boy. I don't remember his name, but he caught my hand. He told me, you can do this. I told him, look, the conference hall is full of whites.
Yeah.
and they had like earlier on, they had already belittled the other speakers.
Wow.
And I'm like, can I really make it? So what I did, I followed what the young man told me. I go, I tell the house about my resolution and why I think it is important for Jamaica to have an economic empowerment program. So at the end of the day, the August House tells us that, you're going in for a break.
Wow.
So we go in for a break. But then there's something that piqued my understanding. There's a delegate of USA who came to me and told me, you are one of the first African girls in this room that has spoken like you know what you're doing.
Wow.
When he said that, I had to look
The
for
whole energy came back in.
I had to look for all those superpowers to lobby
Yes.
so that they can support my resolution. And
Wow.
guess what? My resolution passed.
Amazing. So we look at the words of affirmation, words of encouragement
Yes.
from the people around you, helping you to have a comeback.
Yeah.
Coming to you, Bruce, any experience that you had and it brought about low self-esteem?
I want to actually attach
Yes.
my argument to are the kind of people you associate yourself with. The moment you have friends who feel like you're to the same status with them, you find the comfort. As you're gaining the confidence, even the self-esteem comes along.
Yes.
The moment you have people and then these people are really negative, they tell you, man, you can't do this. This is for high-class people. You even get worried. Even the little you had disappears.
Yeah.
But the moment you have these people who feel like, man, you can make it. This is the way. I mean, you're there already. You get the confidence even when you're not there so much. But the moment you have people who are negative, or they people in actually more or better than you, trust me, there is no way it can come. Instead, get where you feel like maybe these people have been here before. Yeah, I will give an example of maybe this. Let's say you're coming to UBC and you're having a show, and the people coming with are like, man, we was here the other time, we had this kind of engagement. So you'll be like, what am I doing?
You've not even
It is
been
your
on
very first
an
time.
online platform.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Amazing.
You'll be like, what should I
Amazing.
say?
We'll be right back to continue with this conversation. We're still talking self-esteem, and we are looking at those things that bring about low self-esteem, and we'll be looking at how you can be able to overcome all those factors. We'll be right back. My name is Ivan Tumkunde. Welcome back. You're still watching Youth of Purpose. My name is Ivan Tumkunde, and I still have Lamuno, I have Bruce, and I have Sakisa helping us to delve into this discussion. And as we went into the break, Bruce was trying to also show us some of those things that bring about low self-esteem. Coming to you, Lamuno, give us your experience of those things that usually bring you down and take away the confidence that you have.
Thank you so much, Ivan. My major challenge is low self-esteem. Okay, is on environment. Environment is the biggest factor.
When you're getting into a new environment,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to share my experience when I joined law school back in 2019, my first year at UCU Kampala campus. Coming from northern Uganda, yes, I did my O-level and A-level from Kono, but then I never had the chance of the exposure. Though I could attend seminars,
yeah,
but I was not too much exposed. So when I joined UCU, UCU is known for, for being the university of the rich people, rich kids.
yeah.
So I joined UCU in 2019, that was September. My first day in class, that was 16th of September. The girl from Gulu, with the northern accent. I enter class and find these gentlemen. They're now my friends, yeah, I love them. I find them in class, much dressed in those fancy, on those.
The way they walk, the way they carry themselves, the way they talk.
And these were the students who underwent this training for pre-entries in Makerere. So, they were well informed. After they did some bit of the constitutional history, me, I knew nothing. So when I entered class and I sat on the third line, I looked at them and Sharon, this is not your place. I felt out of place. I never had a friend. But thank God, I had a very, very good friend, like a roommate. I'm going to continue with my experience, bringing along that, like what helped me to improve my self-esteem. So one is the support network. So my roommate was my support system. So I went back to Boston. I'm like, Gloria, I think I should change the course. Law is not for me. I had only one good suit. I never had any nice clothes. So I felt like, no, I will not manage because these people are having expensive suits, what. But she was like, no, Sharon, you're not alone. We are together in this. You can't give up. So I went back to campus and I found my fellow tribe mates. I'm like, if these people are still here, we are from Bulu with them. Why are they? Why can't I continue? You know. So Gloria kept on encouraging me. Time came, I applied for MOOTS, intercampus MOOTS. I was just in year one, and my friends were telling me that you have too much gezi. You're just in year one. Why are you going for MOOTS? You're just in year one because they're third year students. Some of them didn't go for it. I took a challenge. I went and participated, and that was my first certificate I got with DCU. So that friend helped me to develop my self-esteem. Yeah? That was very low. Bruce here talked about the choice of friends that we make. It is really, really relevant. If you have friends that they can never help you like develop to become that person that you really are. So for me I realized my healthy self-esteem by accepting myself that Sharon, you're northerner, you have a northern accent, but you must accept yourself and move on. You cannot change that fact, and there's nothing you can do about it. So
amazing. As we see, it's that at every instance there is always that person that comes about with encouragement, and that simple encouragement, though at most times it's undermined, it turns things around. Coming to you, Bruce, you talked about interpersonal skills. As we see that there is always that person that comes to your rescue, how can we be able to build interpersonal skills that help us to have self-esteem? But also, how can we be able to empower people around us that have low self-esteem?
Well, actually, that comes in a form of improving people who have low self-esteem. And it begins with the people we have talked about. And from these people are supposed to give you words of affirmation, as she had said earlier. And then it's from those very same people that even guidance, by the way. Guidance and counseling works. You know, where someone looks at you and they feel like, yeah, this has not gone well, but they come and give you words of, you have this, you can do this. I've seen someone has done this. That is how someone can improve it. Then the other thing, it's moving out to different places. The exposure itself. You know, self-confidence and esteem, most people confuse the two. But you can be confident when you don't have the self-esteem. So as you're confident, you find someone is a footballer, they can enter the pitch and play very well, confidently. They do the dodging and all that. But when you bring them out to tell you about the kind of skill they have, they cannot. They feel like they are not the footballer people see out there. So, the kind of environment, like she had said earlier, the people you deal with, the more they encourage you, the more they expose you to people, and then basically it's words of affirmation. You know, even when you're bad and someone tells you, man, you're good, there is way, everything starts elevating and all that. Yeah, I basically attach it to.
So, and most times you will find that those people that are bullied, for example, in institutions of learning, they are those people with low self-esteem. Sakisa, how can we be able to improve our self-esteem?
There are very many ways we youth or young people can improve our self-esteem. First, as I told you earlier, some people get low self-esteem because they do not have knowledge about some things. So read right,
proper planning.
Yes. And then another thing is right mentorship. Mentorship is very important in a young person's life. But for a very long time, we have seen that we youth mistake mentorship a lot. We think mentorship is you calling someone gives you money. Yet mentorship is not that. Mentorship,
they call you for a conference and you're asking for transport.
Yes, exactly. And you see this conference they're calling you for is increasing on your knowledge.
Yeah. And exposure.
Exposure. And at the end of the day, it will improve on your self-esteem. So I think we as youth should first, to improve our self-esteem, we should first look at ourselves first. How am I, Helena, going to improve myself?
Yeah. Reading,
mentorship, and also having the right attitude. Right attitude, the attitude has really, negative attitude has really spoiled the the youth. First, you will be maybe called or told to do this, and it is a way to improve your self-esteem, and you are biased about
You're
it.
always looking for the negative side of something.
Yes, you're like, no, I am this. What? Every time you're pessimistic, you anything that comes, you're like, no, this is very bad. And I think it is high time for us youth to put on the mantle and say it is us. It is not anyone else.
Okay.
And yeah.
Lamuno, in your last remarks, what should a young person out there who has low self-esteem do to improve on their esteem?
Yes, thank you, Ivan. I think the message I can give to the young people out there with low self-esteem are just three. One, self-acceptance. If you accept yourself,
Appreciate who you are.
appreciate who you are, don't be moved by people's words that she's a slim girl, what. Accept yourself.
Yeah.
Two, get yourself what you know that you're really good at. Like for me, I really love to take pictures and videos because they boost my self-esteem. Each time I'm down, I go to my phone. I look at my pictures and my videos. I feel like, Sharon, you can do it. You're a beautiful girl. You can. Then another thing, you should have a strong support system. Have the right friends. I have seen many people, even right now in my university, there are some students who are not going to graduate because of the wrong choices of friends they made. So if you have those three things, trust me, you will improve on your low self-esteem.
Maybe to add on.
Yeah. As you give your last remark.
Exactly. Self-esteem, actually, low self-esteem mainly affects women. Yeah, men, from the statistics, men are more, I mean, their self-esteem is a bit higher than that of women. And then even in terms of improvement, people who are between the age of 15 to 30, they have more chances of improving their self-esteem than those who are actually beyond that. Because it becomes a bit gradual the moment you exceed 30. Then the moment you're in 70s, then you actually, it retaliates, it gets down instead. So as young people, as the youth, we still have really time to improve and become better people. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We've been having Bruce, we've been having Lamuno, and my sister, Sakisa. Yes, it's been a great conversation right here on Youth of Purpose. I do believe you have been able to benefit a thing or two in as far as improving your self-esteem. Basically, understand who you are. What are your strengths? Can you be able to benchmark on that and give it your best? If you feel more confident when you have put on makeup, can you do exactly that? If you feel confident by putting on a certain dress, can you definitely put on such kind of dresses that will give you the confidence that you need? But at the same time, to be able to gain the confidence that will definitely lead you to having the self-esteem, you need to be prepared for the tasks that you're going to do ahead of you.
Yeah.
Plan, do research, be informed, such that when you get on the platform to deliver, you're certain of what you're going to be able to do. I thank you so much. I believe Youth of Purpose is going to be able to transform our lives as young people of this nation, but also as Africa as a whole. I thank you so much for watching this show. See you next time.
Youth of Purpose.